Welcome. My name is Thomas Ledford. I'm here to share in this video just some tax preparation basics, forms and schedules that I use to prepare individual income taxes for the clients that I have and potential clients to come. I've been in this industry for the last 18 years, the last 12 as a business owner. So I help people who want to get started in this industry transition themselves from working for a company to start their own tax business. That's what I specialize in doing. Also have a partnership program that's designed to help you do the same thing, transition from working for a company to start your own tax business based on being in a partnership agreement, which helps you get the same thing done, which is to fast track your success by being in this industry and being with someone who's already established in this industry, already set up and started a tax business, who's been in this industry for the last 18 years and the last 12 of that as a business owner. And so the training and resources and insight I bring to the marketplace is priceless. And so that's what I help potential clients do is transition from working for a company to starting their own business. So if you're looking to start your own tax business and you're already in this industry, then this message and this video and this channel is for you because it's geared towards helping people who are already in the industry transition from uh, working for a company to starting their own tax business. The great thing about this industry, it has some pros and cons, of course. Life has pros and cons, but the great thing about getting started is fast, it's simple, it's inexpensive, and for the person that's determined and focused and career-minded and business-minded, you should have a problem with going forward and making those things happen either for yourself and by yourself or connecting with someone who's already in the industry who has a program already in place that you can utilize that's going to help fast track your success to getting started and being in this industry. And so that's the big difference between now and back then when I got started. I got started on my own. I didn't have nobody who I talked to, who was a mentor of mine, who I was able to learn from and grow with. So I basically learned and grew and made mistakes and did all those things all on my own. And I have no problem with that. I don't regret my story. I don't regret my journey. But if I know what I know now, I definitely would have had me someone who I could connect with, grow with, learn from when I first got started. But I didn't, and it's okay. So that's the solution I bring to the table is that for people who are already working in this industry as tax preparers, who looking to want to get started in their own tax business, I specialize in helping that happen. That's what I do best. For people who looking to learn how to prepare individual income taxes, who haven't got started yet, who haven't made a investment in somebody's course yet, I also allow them a 2-hour free mini course to let them see what it takes and what it's all about before they make an investment decision on paying someone to learn this tax preparation course from. So those are things I'm doing inside my business. I'm also changing directions inside my tax preparation business because as you get older and as I start to grow and get older and more mature, and some things I want to do differently, some different direction I want to flow in. So now in 2020, what I'm doing is I'm specializing in working with self-employed and small business owners with my services and products that I have that's going to help them improve their overall life and lifestyle for them and their families is what I'm working on doing for 2020. But in this video, we just basically talking about some basic tax preparation forms that I use to prepare 1040 returns with. It's all about the 1040 returns. Before the changes were made, we used to have 1040 Easy, we used to have 1048, and we used to have the 1040. But now we have a standard 1040 form. And last year they implemented 6 schedules, which was just a breakdown of the 1040 into 6 additional schedules. And now in 2019, they redid it again. And now we have a basic 1040 form and only 3 schedules. So what they did was they broke down the 6 schedules and turned them into 3. And so what they did with the 1040 for 2019, they added the foreign address back on it and the third-party designee section back on the form, which they had taken off prior to this. In the 2018, it doesn't have it on there. Also, what they did is they took away Schedule 6, and like I said, they made 6 schedules to 3. So we still got Schedule 1, which is additional income and adjustments. Then we got Schedule 2, and 3, which is a combination of 2 and 4 and 3 and 5. And so those are the schedules for 2019 going forward. But for the people that I'm working with right now who's taking my tax course and taking my career training program, we're still teaching out of 2018 material because for the most part, a lot of times the 2019 information doesn't come available until we go into a new year. So we always stick with what we're working on with currently for us, tax preparation training, which is 2018 season. We won't start training our people in the 2019 material, at least for me anyway, until maybe after April of 2020 is when we'll start using 2019 tax material. So one of the things I wanted to show you was with my course, this is the outline that I give, and this is the 12 weeks that I deal with. I do a 12-week course, 6 hours a week, and anything less than that, especially with all the information that I cover, it'll be cheating the student from learning. So I let people know it's either going to be an 8-week course or a 12-week course, 6 hours each week, minimum, standard, to help you properly learn all the information that's covered in tax preparation. And so these are a couple of the forms that we deal with: Schedule C, profit and loss from business, and then we have Schedule SE. So if you had a profit from a business, then you'll pay self-employment tax. So this is the form you would use to calculate that. And so back in '95, when I first took a course, we learned how to do everything by hand. So I still teach right now today how to prepare individual income taxes by hand first, and then we transition over to software training and some other things that's going to help them to learn and operate a tax business. And so that's what I help people do. Like I say, this is the 1040 for 2018. Like I say, they redesigned it. 2019, there's some changes made. We went from 6 schedules to 3. I have a couple of publications from the IRS, 501 and 596, which is earned income credit, and dependent standard deductions and filing information. And so what I do is all my training material comes directly from the IRS. When it comes to publications and forms, all that's come directly from them. That's the training material I use to train my students with. And I've been doing that for the last 12 years easily, using IRS publications and forms to teach my students with, which helps me to keep my overhead lower. If I had to invest in fancy books and workbooks and all that, then the course I charge for the basic tax course would be way more than what it is. And so I decided just to stick to the basic publications and forms that I'm able to get from the IRS. And it's all about results and not about looking pretty. None of those things, because those things don't make you money. It's about learning tax preparation, getting good at it, and being able to go out here and get you some clients, help some people, get some referrals to help grow your business. So the 1040, like I said, that's the basic form we use. The earned income credit for low-income families with children. That's a form we use for people who get the earned income credit, which is part of a refund. We had to fill that form out along with figuring out what they earned income credit will be, which is the biggest part of the refund. Without the refund being the earned income credit, a lot of people would take their time filing a tax return, because the earned income tax credit is the biggest portion of a refund for so many families that file a tax return today. And also we fill out form 2441, which is for people who got child care. You got to go to work. You maybe have children who ain't in school yet, so you send them to a daycare to watch your children while you're at work. So child care expenses for people who qualify for that, they can take that and put on their tax return. We have people who have child tax credit, under 17, you $2,000 for each child. Used to be $1,000 and went up to $2,000 this tax season, and it's still $2,000 now. We have another credit that came out called Other Dependent, which is worth $500, which could be helpful to a family. We also have the additional tax credit, which is an 8812 form that we fill out for clients who may qualify for that. And so those are just some of the basic forms we do. We do Schedule A for people with itemized deductions who might have medical expenses, contributions, might have some mortgage interest paid, so certain itemized deductions, certain personal expenses that may qualify to be written off. We use the Schedule A for that. We use, like I say, Schedule C, which is profit and loss for business. So a lot of our self-employed individuals who are not incorporated yet, they go on Schedule C. And then if they had a profit, then they have self-employment tax they must pay on the money they earn during the year. We also deal with 8829, which is the business use of a home form. And, we have a lot of home daycares that use that form to help them to get additional deductions on their tax return. We also have 8862, which is a form for people who've maybe filed children on their return, and they had got a letter from the IRS stating that they had to prove certain situations concerning the return they got. And if they couldn't prove their case, then a lot of times they would get disallowed going forward for not being able to show that the children that you claimed on the return that you was able to, you qualified to claim them for that year. And so when you have to go through the 8862 situation, normally you have to go through that for the next 3 years or until the IRS send you a letter saying you no longer have to file that particular form, which is part of your return. And so for people who don't have that 8862 attached, normally it'll kick out the system and get a reject code saying you should have 8862 attached to your return. And so basically this is how they go. So in this video, just covers some basic information that if you already in this industry like I am, you should be familiar with, especially if you all about the 1040 series returns like I have been doing for the last 18 years, the last 12 of business on. You should definitely be familiar with these forms and these schedules that I just went through. And if you're looking to learn this skill set and looking to get into this industry and you want to know more, just reach out to me through my contact information inside this video, and we can set up a strategy call where I can walk you through the process of what that looks like, what that's going to take for you, and seeing if this is a good fit for you when it comes to learning this skill. Because what I've learned over teaching this skill for over the last 12 years minimum, that it doesn't take long for students to realize they're not going to get it. And normally by the third class, a lot of students don't come back. Definitely by the sixth or seventh class, the class is diminished in size because they just not seem to be able to wrap their minds around the information. So this skill set that I have, everyone can't get it. And so that's the big thing. Everybody not able to learn how to prepare taxes. And that's okay. It wasn't meant for everybody. But for the ones who get it, who wants to enjoy doing it, who want to make a go of it, who want to get all in and be focused and make a commitment, them the people I love to work with, So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, hit the bell for notification, and if you're just looking to start a business in general, you don't know what that is, and you might need some insight and assistance on me helping you, working with you to see what that might be, then like I said, reach out to me with the contact information. You can call me, you can text me, you can instant message me, you can email me, leave me a comment or a question inside the comment section of the video. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you in my next video.